welcome to another weekly crafting vlog. So today is Friday and I plan to go to a place called Hooked on Stitching in Alsham. I've never been before, I've heard about it, but yeah, one thing I want to share on this channel is just all the crafty places in Norfolk and surrounding areas. So yeah, I thought I'd go along today and have a look around and then maybe find a cafe or something and take my knitting along with me. Okay, so I'm back home. I had a little trip to Alsham and I discovered a new yarn shop. So you would have seen the footage of the yarn shop, and she sold so many different brands of yarn. And what I liked about it was that you had your budget yarns and then you had your really nice yarns. So there was just something for everyone. So this shop was called Hooked on Stitching, and these are some of her details. So she's got different craft groups, chat and craft groups on a Wednesday, Thursday and Saturday, 1 till 3. And yeah, they have learn to sessions, which I thought was great. It's like learn to crochet, woolly workshop Saturdays. So Hooked on Stitching are based at the Pavilion on Alsham Recreation Ground. So yeah, there's a little car park, and then you've got a big field. She's just sort of round the corner. Yeah, there's so much yarn to look at. And she has taken part in Yarn Stravaganza. So that is a week-long event from the 27th of September. I really enjoyed looking around the yarn shop, and I did make a purchase. So this is what I purchased. So I've never seen this yarn before, actually. So I'll show you one of them first. This is by the brand King Cole. So a brand that has been going for many years, as I found out today. And this is in the range Autumn Chunky. And yeah, look at these colours. She did show me a pattern of this like knitted up, and I just loved all the colours. So this is 80% acrylic, 20% wool. You get 100 grams and it's chunky yarn. So you get approximately 140 metres per 100 grams. And this is in the colourway Frozen. So yeah, all the teals in there, sort of slightly greeny colours. Yeah, I thought that would make a really nice crochet hat. So that's why I purchased this one. And then I purchased this one. So you might think that these aren't really my colours, but I purchased this one to make a pumpkin with. So yeah, this one is in the colourway Autumn Leaves, and yeah, this does definitely give autumnal vibes. So I'm going to make a pumpkin with that. A crochet one. But yeah, really looking forward to crocheting that up into a pumpkin, to be honest. So that's what I got from Hooked on Stitching. And then I did go to the old tea rooms in Alsham. So just for like a bite to eat, a pot of tea, and then I did buy something to take home. So this is an almond slice. That will go nicely with a cup of tea later. So I've got about 20 minutes until I need to pick up my son from school. So yeah, in the meantime, I'll get a bit of crafting done and then I'll go pick him up. Does look like it's gonna rain. I hope it doesn't. But yeah, I'll do a bit more crafting and I'll see you later. So it's the next day. I spent yesterday evening sort of finalising the dragon wing shawl pattern. I think I've got it down to a T. I did send it over to my friend Ellie to sort of have a little proofread, and it's much better than the first version. The first version was very basic and I forgot to add a lot of things. But anyway, I think that's done. I'm going to hopefully get it out to testers this evening, because I'm going out now. So I am going up the city to yarn in a teacup. Sorry about my dogs, they're really noisy. I'm going up the city to yarn in a teacup and meeting him for lunch. So yeah, that'll be nice because, well, it's a yarn shop / tea room. So yeah, I'm going to also have a look to see what's new because she did get a delivery the other day. So yeah, let's go along and see what's new.
So today, Mum is crocheting.
I'm not.
Something.
Can I have one? Please? Thank you. Good sharing. Okay, so I'm back from yarn in a teacup and I picked up these.
T-shirts and balls.
T-shirts and balls. So for anyone who doesn't know, I'm a nurse. And I thought these
my
would
mum
look...
is a nurse and she looks after babies.
I do.
And
Okay.
changes her diapers.
Nappies. Anyway, I purchased these
Goodbye.
because... Bye, Ben. So anyway, for those who don't know, I'm a nurse and I just had to have these. And these balls that come with it are really cute as well. They got like floral details on them. So yeah, I picked them up, and then what come through the post was, let me show you. So I was watching Ali's video the other day. That's Ali from This Little Wonderful Life, or Little Drops of Wonderful, here on YouTube. And she's got a bag from This Lizzie Sews, which has like crochet fabric. And I keep seeing this bag and I really like it. And I got one. So I'll show you now. Isn't that lovely? So it's a bag with like crochet granny squares on it, on the fabric. So she's put a little stitch marker on there as well. It's a little donut. That's really cute. So yeah, it's by This Lizzie Sews, and she is on Facebook and Instagram. So I would highly recommend to check her out because all her bags are handmade, and yeah, the quality is amazing. You've got like a little D-ring on here if you wanted to, you know, clip more stitch markers on. And yeah, you've got one at the front as well. Oh, hang on, it's not just a D-ring, you've got a clip. Yeah, that's really cool. So anyway, I purchased the medium size bag, and this is what it looks like. So yeah, let's have a look inside. So it's got a nice zip. Okay, so there is a lining in here. Yeah, that's really sturdy, that is. So I picked to have pink polka dots for the lining. I think that really complements the outside fabric. Yeah, I love that. So yeah, you can fit quite a bit in there by the looks of things. Or you could use it as a handbag, you know, you've got the handles, or you could use it as a project bag. So my thinking was I could use it as both. So I am going to use it as a handbag and a project bag because I often take... What are you doing? So what I usually use is like a leopard print rucksack, and I put my projects inside the rucksack. So
Love you, Mum.
Oh, I love you too, darling. So anyway, I usually put my project bags inside my rucksack, and I just thought I could use this as a handbag and use it as a project bag, but whilst putting my things in it. Does that make sense? But yeah, I'm really happy with that, and I just love the fabric. Look at that. So she's also got her label on here, This Lizzie Sews. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. So go check her out, This Lizzie Sews. Yeah, really good quality. Oh, hello. There's a few other little things in there as well. So there's a tea bag, nighttime berry, and then some stickers. They're cute, aren't they? So you've got some yarn, a jumper, a knitted jumper, and a cute little rainbow. What does it say? Oh, you are magical. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. So the project that I took along to Yarn in a Teacup was the flax pullover for my son, the red one. And I have got to the point where I split the sleeves. So once I'd done like the raglan increases, I put it down because it was time for me to go anyway. So yeah, I just got to literally pick up for the sleeves, and then it was time to pick up for the sleeves. So I thought I would do that at home. I can't do this, can I?
No.
Okay.
Because I don't
I'll see you soon.
See you soon. Goodbye.
Okay, so it is the evening now. My little boy is in bed, so no distractions. But I have picked up my no frill sweater. I think I've only got 6 more rows to do before I split for the sleeves. So I've obviously got to the point in my son's jumper where I split for the sleeves. I guess I could have done that, but I want to knit on something else. So yeah, I'm going to do that. And hopefully get it to the point where I'm knitting in the round ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow I am going to Chroma. Venetia from Venetia's Yarn Shop is like arranging like a social event. It's called Social Stitches Seaside Sunday which is such a mouthful, but yeah, we get a sneak peek of the upcoming yarn that she's hand dyed, and then we also have a bit of a buffet lunch along with some knitting. So yeah, I want to get this to the point where it's in the round. I know it is in the round, but I've got like raglan increases going on, so when it's at the plain stockinette stitch is what I mean. So yeah, I'm going to do a bit of that. I'm going to watch some YouTube and just have a cozy evening. Okay, so it's the next day. Today is Sunday and I'm going along to Social Stitches Seaside Sunday. So yeah, I woke up a bit late. My alarm went off and then I thought, oh, I'll just sleep for a little bit longer. Then 2 hours later. Anyway, I'm gonna get myself sorted, get my projects ready. I didn't get my jumper to the point where I split for the sleeves. I have one more knit round, then I can split for the sleeves, so I'll probably take it with me nonetheless. But yeah, I'm probably going to be working on my right round the corner shawl today, which is fine, you know, I can get a bit more of progress done on that. But anyway, I'm going to have a coffee because I'm not me without a coffee in the morning. And then I'll get heading to Chroma. So I'm home now from Social Stitches Seaside Sunday and I had a really good time. It was one big knit and natter with a buffet lunch, and I got to see some new upcoming yarn that's going in Venetia's Yarn Shop. And I did make a purchase, so I'll show you that. So the first thing I got was this project notebook. Yeah, it's just a thin little notebook. But what I found quite useful was inside you can write down like details of what you're making. So I do have like a knitting journal. However, I am quickly running out of pages, so I'll be using this one next. And then I picked this up. So yeah, they are definitely my colours. They're all the blues in there. So this is Lang Magnolia. So this is Merino Extra Fine Superwash. So you get 250 metres per 100 grams. So quite a lot, to be honest with you. It's very light, even though it's a super bulky yarn. It's got this like chain sort of detail. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, quite a lot of meterage for quite a bulky yarn. So the makeup of this yarn is 85% extra fine merino and 15% nylon. So I purchased this because I went on Ravelry first of all after looking at the yarn, and I saw a knitted cowl and a knitted beanie. So I thought I could get a cowl and a beanie out of this, because the patterns that I saw required like 85 metres for each product. Like, so 85 metres for a hat and 85 metres for a cowl. And because I got 250 metres on this ball, I can easily make both of them, and possibly something else. But yeah, look at those colours. But yeah, Lang yarn. I've never purchased any Lang yarn before. So yeah, can't wait to try this out, possibly nearer to winter. But yeah, I've got the yarn ready for when I want to make hats and cowls. So they were my purchases from today. And what I was working on was, well, first of all, I was working on my right round the corner shawl. And then I moved on to my no frill sweater. So for my no frill sweater, I think I said earlier that I had one row of knitting to do, and then I had to split for the sleeves. So I did split for the sleeves. It was a lot of concentration. But yeah, let me show you the progress. There we go. So I have now split for the sleeves, and you can see it coming together. Oh, I love how this is knitting up. I keep saying on every single video when I show it, but I really do love it. As I said before, I'm helical knitting with this, and that is when I use 2 balls, like 1 ball for each row. But yeah, I'm loving the progress on this. So that's what I've been working on. I did actually take my new bag along with me. So I didn't use it as a project bag today. I actually used it just as a bag. So I had all my little bits and pieces in that I always take with me. So yeah, it fit everything nicely in. And actually I did get a message from Lizzie, who makes these bags. This Lizzie Sews. I shared a picture on Instagram actually when I got the bag. She actually messaged me to say she had 3 orders in the last 24 hours on the back of my Instagram post. And then later updated me with make it 4. I can't blame them. It's a really nice bag. And if you do want some more details, I actually purchased the medium size bag. She does a small and a large. So I went for a medium size bag because, well, it's just a perfect size for me. Obviously, if you wanted a larger one, she does a larger one. So yeah, something for everyone. So if you want to support a small business, go check out this Lizzie Sews. So anyway, it is the evening, so I think I'll settle down with a bit of crafting after I've put the little one to bed. So it is a few days later. I have just done a few night shifts. So yeah, I'm all showered after doing a bit of housework, which is not my favourite thing to do. But yeah, I haven't actually done any knitting for a couple of days. So I want to get back on with this. I do have about 1/2 inch to knit before I split for the sleeves. So yeah, this is the progress so far on my son's flax pullover. So in my opinion, it's the most easiest raglan jumper that I've knit so far. Yeah, I love the increases. Lily, it's okay. Anyway, this is by far the most easiest way to do a raglan. It's okay. Love how this is working up. So I have obviously been at work the last couple of days. However, I have like arranged like a test group for the dragon wing shawl. So yeah, I've been kind of dipping in and out of that, you know, answering questions and that sort of thing. But yeah, I think I've got about 6 people testing the pattern. I did mess up a little bit and I seem to have added 2 more rows into each section that should not be there. I mean, I've not crocheted them, so I don't know why I put them in there. And because I did that, you know, it just put the row count like totally out. Anyway, I think I kind of fixed that. This is my first like pattern test. Not that I'm doing, but for people testing my own pattern. But yeah, it's a little bit of a learning curve. I'm sure there's an easier way of doing it. At the moment, I've just done a WhatsApp group. It seems to be working. So yeah, I'll do that for now. But I remember when I did my first test knit, there was like a Google Doc that people could put annotations on, which, you know, I'm not that tech savvy, so I wouldn't know, you know, the first thing of how to do it. But anyway, it's a learning curve and I'm learning. So it's a very miserable day out there. I've just made myself a chai latte and I've actually got a long sleeve top on. I'm feeling very autumnal. I did want to film an autumn knitting plans video, but I mean, I've got a few weeks until it actually turns like proper autumn. But I mean, to me, it is basically autumn already, isn't it? I think a lot of you will agree with me. So anyway, I am literally knitting in the round. I've stopped with the raglan increases. So yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit more on that and then keep measuring until I'm at, I think it's 5.5 inches for the yoke. Yeah. So I was just knitting away and yeah, I just come to the realisation of how much leopard print I have around me. So I'm wearing a very subtle leopard print top. I've got a leopard print phone case. I've got a leopard print pencil case with all my like crochet hooks in. And this project is currently in a leopard print Alice Wheeler bag. But that's not it. I did get, so where I'm sat, I have like a corner space here. And I have like I did get a basket to put like whips in. And then I wanted a leopard print duvet cover. So I went on Matalan and I ordered one. But whilst I was there, I was looking at what else they had. And I saw a leopard print basket. Now, I ordered it. And when it came, it was massive. And I did literally order this for like whips and yarn purchases, things like that to go in, just to keep the corner a little bit more tidier. So I'll show you that because it's huge. So yeah, I purchased this from Matalan the other day. It's only like £15, but it's huge. I'm currently storing like purchases in here that I've made that I usually like show on my podcast, so they sort of don't get lost. But yeah, isn't that a great size? And it's leopard print. Oh, and my rucksack. Okay, I think that's it. I'm a bit obsessed. Yeah, I think most of you who watch my channel by now would know I like a leopard print. Yeah, I've mentioned it a few times. And talking of leopard print, Lizzie from This Lizzie Sews, she actually made up a leopard print bag. She posted it on Instagram and I saw it and I was like, oh my God, there's a leopard print version of the crochet bag that I just bought. And she actually made it to gift to me. So that was just so generous and I can't wait to receive it in the post. So yeah, I think this is something that she will offer, like this leopard print bag. I'll put a little picture up here, but she won't be able to do any until I believe November, just because she's taken a month off, you know, to travel America, which sounds amazing. This one is a small bag. I do have the medium bag, but yeah, it's leopard print. So anyway, today is Wednesday. I am probably going to craft group later. That's not my usual Tuesday craft group. That's the one that Shannon runs. So I might potentially go there. Depends how tired I am because I have just come off a night shift. And then tomorrow is Thursday, the 18th of September, and that's the Aldi craft event. So I do plan to go along to that, do a little vlog, because they are very popular to most of you. So yeah, I want to go along, have a look to see what they've got. I think I'm going to make a few jumpers for like people in the family. When I say people, children, because the yarns that they supply is like acrylic, and acrylic yarn is perfect for children. You know, you can easily put it in the wash, and to be honest with you, I'll probably do like an Aran version of this. So this is the flax pullover. They do it in 4-ply version, a DK, and Aran weight. So I think to work it up a little bit quicker, I'll do a couple of Aran weight jumpers for my niece and nephew, I think. So they've got like matching jumpers. Now, the colours that they offer in the Aran weight is not very exciting, but I think I will go for like a grey colour, like a nice neutral, and then maybe for my niece's jumper, I'll get like a ball of pink DK to like embroider some like flowers on maybe. And then for my nephews, I might get a ball of blue DK and like embroider stars or something. I don't know, I've never done it before. Or, you know, like duplicate stitch, I think is what they call it, and try and do some sort of star embellishments on there. I think that would be quite cute, and just, you know, adds a little bit of detail to it. So yeah, I am trying to think of things of what to make with the yarn. They do like a macrame yarn and I've never used it before. However, you can do like crochet baskets, and I'm very tempted to get some macrame yarn to make some baskets with. Now, I've never made them and I have no idea how much yarn it takes because it is quite a bulky yarn. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to guesstimate, I think, and just hope that I don't buy too little to make a basket with. And when I say baskets, I mean sort of like a little basket. So I don't have any plans with the plushy yarn because I bought quite a few balls last time and I haven't used it. I did have plans to make things for my craft fair. However, I've got into knitting. And yeah, crochet hats and things like that is just not on the cards at the moment. I might get a few sort of staples with the acrylic yarn. I mean, you can never go wrong with black acrylic yarn, and they do the black in the Aran weight and DK, I believe. Now they do a chunky yarn. I have no idea what I'm going to do because I think last time I looked at the chunky yarn, it just didn't look like I can make much out of it. I didn't know what to make out of it, to be honest with you. So I'm probably going to stay clear of that, although it looks like they do quite a nice blue sort of one, but we'll see. I don't know until I get there. They do have some nice sort of Christmassy colours. So I don't know yet if I'm going to make like Christmas stockings this year, maybe like either knitted or crochet, probably crochet, because I think I have seen a pattern, MJ's Off the Hook, on YouTube. She does like tutorials and she does a lot of like granny stitch patterns. So I think she has done a granny stitch stocking. So yeah, might have a look at that, see what sort of weight yarn that takes, and then go from there. But I think this evening I am going to plan out what I intend to buy, because yeah, let's face it, if I go yarn shopping without a plan, I'm just going to go a bit overboard. I'm looking forward to it because I mean, they're like £1.29 a ball. It's literally cheap as chips. And I do like using acrylic for children's garments. I mean, this is a children's garment. However, I'm using 100% merino, but it is drops merino. It's a commercial yarn and it's very affordable. Because it's for my son, I don't mind knitting with a nicer yarn. But yeah, you can't go wrong with acrylic with children's garments. So anyway, I will watch the rest of this Knitty Life's podcast and just carry on with this. So this afternoon I've made a maple leaf. Yeah, I was trying around with different tutorials on YouTube, but yeah, this is basically going to be for an autumn window display for the yarn shop. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. So I've got this colour and I've also got this one. So I've not even touched this, it's just brown acrylic yarn. So yeah, both pretty autumnal colours. And they're actually the only autumnal colours I have. So yeah, I've got these colours to work with for now. But I really do like this colour. It's like a nice sort of mustard colour. Yeah, I'm going to do a few more of these. This is a tutorial on YouTube by Happy Berry Crochet. So it's a very easy tutorial to follow. So you've got quite a few different sort of stitches in there. You've got single crochets, double crochets, half double crochets, double treble crochets, treble crochets. Yeah, obviously to create the height, you know, you need the sort of like larger stitches. But yeah, that was actually fairly easy, and it didn't take too long to make. So I have written down like the step-by-step instructions that she said in the video, because yeah, you have to pay for the actual PDF copy. But I've written them down, and I'm just going to go with that. So yeah, not too bad. So it's the next day. Today is Thursday. That's Thursday the 18th of September, and they do have the Aldi craft event on today. So I did go last night after craft group, but I'm going today for a proper look. I did also buy a few things, only because there was a box open, and one of the staff members were like, oh, it's nearly all gone. So I was like, okay, I better get some. It was yarn that I planned to get anyway, so I bought it there and then. So yeah, I'm going along again today. I'm going to do the school run. So I'm going to drop my little boy off at school.
Yeah, I'm going to school.
and then I'm going to go along to Aldi. So yeah, I'll do a little vlog on that. If that's not your sort of thing, it's going to be in a vlog all on its own. I will show a few clips after this, but yeah, let's go. So I did go to Aldi earlier and I bought quite a lot of yarn. So I've spent today sort of editing and uploading the vlog. So if you want to check that out, go ahead. But yeah, I have bought a lot of yarn. So I do share that in that video. So I won't share it again here because I'll just be repeating myself. So if you're interested, go check that out. It's basically on the Aldi yarn event. So yeah, I'm back home.
Been picked up from school.
Yeah, I'm back home and I've picked Ben up from school. So now I've got a little bit of time to do some crafting before I go out later to Yarn in a Teacup's craft group. So yeah, at the moment I've got this yarn and I'm going to be crocheting some maple leaves. I have done 3 already in like the mustard colour. So yeah, I'll get a few more done on this and then I'll be able to take it along to Yarn in a Teacup, which these are actually for. So they're for like the autumnal window display. Well, I think it's going to be window display, I'm not sure. But either way, I'll take them along so that Karen has them to, you know, decorate the shop so it's autumnal. Oh, talking of autumnal pieces, let me show you my little display. So I purchased these little pumpkins today and they are to go along with all this. So I did purchase this one today as well, which goes quite nicely with these little pumpkins that I got from Flying Tiger. So yeah, oh, you going to turn it on for me, Ben? Lovely. Oh, thank you. Oh, there we go. They're all going on now. They're not lighting up. They don't light up, Ben.
They do light up.
What about my mushrooms?
What are mushrooms? Where are your mushrooms?
Why are you lining them up?
Because they're very special.
Okay, so there we go. They're nicely in a line. So yeah, that's my little corner display. Excuse the cupboards. We are yet to put the doors on. Anyway, I'm going to get some crafting done and a little sneak peek of the corner. So they are actually holding all of the yarn that I purchased today. I literally have nowhere to put them. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out a solution there. Yeah, that's what you get when you buy yarn and you got no space for it. I mean, I guess if the doors were on these cupboards, I could definitely fit them in there. Yeah, we'll see. So anyway, I'll get on with more maple leaves and I'll update you with the progress. So it's the next day. I did go to craft group at Yarn in a Teacup last night and I did start a new project because I went to Aldi yesterday and I bought tons of yarn. I thought I might as well start a new project, so I did. And this is the progress. So this is the yarn that I'm using. It's the rainbow yarn in the colour blue and it's got this like variegation to it. and I was just curious to see exactly how it would work up, and I'm loving how the colours are like, you know, spread out everywhere. It's a lovely chaos. But yeah, if I bring it up a bit closer, you can see all the colours are sort of nicely separated. Yeah, it's not like a striped fashion or anything. Yeah, I think you get like a couple of inches of colour each time. So it's not like a long length of colour. So yeah, you get this sort of effect. So you might be wondering, what are you making? So I'm making the Spring Fling triangle scarf or shawl. So I have made one of these before. When was it? Earlier on in the year. I did start the project before I went to like an afternoon tea. It did not take me long at all to make it. So when I made my first one, I used like 3 skeins of merino wool, so 300 grams in total. So I do have 4 100-gram balls of this, so I will have more than enough. But yeah, I really like how this is working up. So a triangle scarf, obviously it'll look like this, but a lot bigger. And how I wear them is I sort of put them like that, wrap them round, and then tuck the tails underneath. So it's almost like a sort of a bandana scarf, you know, if you can see. So it would kind of look like this, but a lot bigger. I loved wearing mine in the winter. Even though you've got the crochet granny clusters causing like holes, when you sort of wear it like that, it kind of bunches up, so it does keep you nice and warm. So when I was working this up, I'm using a 5mm crochet hook because that's what the yarn recommends. Now, when I was working it up, I thought it's not as drapey as I was expecting, because it's quite, you know, it keeps its shape. It's not sort of nice and malleable. But I'm carrying on with it. But at the end of the day, you want something that's just, you know, gonna stay there, if that makes sense. But yeah, anyway, that is the progress, and yeah, it's working up really quickly. I am going to continue more on this and just see how quickly I can get it done. This is actually going to be something for the Christmas craft fair that I have at the end of the year. So yeah, that is what it's going to be for. Although I do like the colours. I already have one, and I do have plans to make myself another one in different colours, but in merino wool, because I just love the softness. Don't get me wrong, this is all right, this is soft. It's just, you know, not as soft as merino. But anyway, I'm going to sign off the video here because I understand it is quite long. I've edited up until now, so yeah, I think it was like 40 something minutes long. So I'll sign off here and I'll start my next weekly crafting vlog. So once again, thank you for watching if you made it this far. If you have, leave me a yarn ball emoji because I bought a lot of yarn at the Aldi yarn event yesterday. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!